Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chris. I hope you're doing good. Yes, today I did shave my beard, so enjoy because that's not going to happen very often. Back to the video. Today I'm going to talk about a few Peakdesign products that I used to go to Portugal for my recent Leica Q3 testing trip that you can go check up here if you haven't done so yet. And we're going to talk about the packing cube, the Peakdesign Travel bag 30 liters, the sling 6 liters, the small camera cube. We have the capture right here and a bunch of other things that I'm going to tell you in detail so you will know if this is a bag for you, for what kind of trips you can take it with, and so forth. Let's dive into it. I did look at Peakdesign because they usually have these great things that work just fine. There's this ecosystem. And I was going to fly with an international airplane company known as EasyJet. For those living in Europe, you know who I'm talking about. And they allowed very little bags to take with you as carry-ons. So I was a little concerned to take this 30 liters because it was, I think, 8 centimeters too long. So to answer the question right off the bat, yes, you can take this with you. The reason you can is because it's very sleek. It's all black and it's on your back. So being a backpack, they don't really look at it the same way as if you had a trolley or something that you're, pulling with you. First thing I want to mention with this Travel 30 liters from Peakdesign is the comfort. So when you put this guy on your shoulders, one thing that you will notice is that the padding here is very thin. So I also took this bag recently for a short trip to Rome, and I was pretty loaded. I had a lot of things, okay? It's true, I had a lot of things. I had my Sony camera with a couple of lenses, my Leica SL2S. I had even the sling fit inside, a bunch of clothes, a gimbal, you name it. I was packed to the brim. And I did feel it on the shoulders here. There is not a lot of padding. Now, what I think this bag is great for is short trips, meaning where you don't have to keep this on your shoulders for a long time. It is not really an everyday bag. In fact, it's a travel bag. And the thing is, when you load this bag, you can put a lot of things inside. It's very convenient, and it's enough to go from your house to the car, from the car to the airport, and from the airport to the hotel. You put down your bag, you put down your stuff, and you're good to go. And at that point, you would go with something like maybe a sling 6 liters or 10 liters and put your stuff in there. This has a stowable sternum strap, so you can take it right here. You unclip this bad boy, and you just put it here, like so. There you go. You just pull on it, and you're good to go. And it just fits perfectly and helps you hold here, have a better hold on your lower back and overall for the shoulders up here. You remove it like so, you put it right here, and you are good to go. Let's take a look at the 360 degrees grab handles. So there is a handle at the bottom. Let me tell you how important it is to have a handle at the bottom of any bag that I've used so far. It is great because when you're on an airplane and you want to put it up, you can just grab it from the bottom and put it up above your head. But not only, sometimes you're on a shoot, your bag is wide open, you have all your stuff in it, and you don't want to close it either because you have no time or just because you want to leave it the way it is. All you have to do is either you close the flap, or you even don't have to. You just grab it from the top, from the bottom, and you move it as so somewhere else on another surface. The straps can be stowed away. So the way you do this is you take your strap, put it inside like so, and off you go. Your strap is now hidden. And if you want to grab it from the handle that's located in the back of the bag, the part that's against your back, you can just do that and bring it around. Now, I was a little concerned about that handle because, it doesn't look like it's the most resistant handle ever. I had a lot of stuff in here, expensive stuff, so I was a little concerned, but I was thinking, okay, let's just test it out and see how it goes. For several days, I've been doing that when I went to Portugal, when I went to Rome and other local trips, and nothing happened with this bag. The zippers are very sturdy. I'll tell you more about it a bit later, but overall, this handle in the back is very cool. In fact, that same handle can be used for a roller bag carry. So you can put it on the bag like so. You can expand this backpack, okay? You can go from 27 liters when it's closed to 33 when it's open. So there's a zipper that you can open, and that basically extends the space that you have in the bag. So while it's promoted as a 30 liter, the truth is that it is 27 when the expansion is closed, and it becomes a 33. So it's more and less than 30. There are 4 internal mesh pockets. These are great because obviously they breathe and you can put whatever you want in there. I personally didn't use that because I didn't need to use it. But if you're going to use this backpack, for example, just for clothes or whatever, you can totally use those and things are going to be stored securely on the side or on the bottom. On the inside of this bag, you will find 10 hooks on the sides. What this is great for is you can use it to hook, using the hooks from Peakdesign, your camera cubes or whatever else you're going to be putting in here, and it's going to hold it in place firmly. So in case, you know, it tilts or it moves a little bit, your cube is not going to fall off the bag for extra security purposes. On the flap of the bag itself, when you open here, there is going to be a laptop as well as a tablet little sleeve. They're both separated, so they're not gonna be in contact with one another. On the side here, we have a water bottle holder, tripod, whatever else. Now, one thing that I did notice is that it is not the biggest, okay? This is not the biggest holder I've seen. It expands a little bit. There's like an elastic, a rubber, something to make it a little bigger. But the maximum could fit in here is 1/2 liter bottle, which is quite small. And I had to force it in a little bit. I don't know if you can put more than that, but honestly, I wasn't really able to put anything else. This is on either sides. You could put the Peakdesign tripod, the carbon fiber tripod that I have over there. I did try to do that too, and it holds just fine. So yeah, it's pretty versatile. You can put whatever you want, but just keep in mind that it's going to be small quantities or small bottles. You're not going to be able to fit a whole lot of other stuff. They promote this top pocket here as a top pocket for sunglasses, passport, and whatnot. Personally, I found this to be extremely good and useful, because when I was getting ready for my Leica Q3 review trip in Portugal, I got everything ready, and at the end, I thought I need to take my microphones with me. And the mics I was testing, they were ceramic microphones that I just received, and I wanted to take them with me, and I had no more space. When you open this thing on top here, there's first, you will see 3 little compartments when you open it. Then there's a zipper that you can open as well. And here you have little spaces for whatever you want, like small SD cards, small batteries and whatnot. So there is quite some space that you can use in the top of this bag. The canvas shell is 100% recycled, 400D weatherproof material. Wow, that was a mouthful. But basically that means that this is going to be okay in pretty much all weathers. In fact, the zippers, as I mentioned earlier, are very tough. You can see that no water is going to go through. I'm pretty sure they're YKK zippers. I mean, they do feel very sturdy. And on the zippers themselves, there's the logo of Peakdesign, which is a nice little addition. All right, let's now talk about what you can fit inside this backpack from Peakdesign. When I went to Portugal, I used a medium packing cube. So this packing cube is pretty incredible. You gotta feel this thing in your own hands to believe it. It's so thin and light, yet very resistant. It's actually incredible. The way you open this is very, very smart. You pull like so, and it just opens both sides. And on the back of it, there is a dirty laundry little space. And you can also expand this one to make it a little bigger. So one advice I have for you is put all your clothes nicely ironed and flat inside. And once you did that, you can then close the expansion space and it will make it a little bit flatter. Little tip. Next to that, I had the small camera cube, which is this guy here. You open it the same way, you just pull on it. The flaps opens very nicely, very in Peakdesign style. And inside you have dividers. So I kept the 2 dividers that were there. I put my Sony a7S III, a couple of lenses, ND filters, batteries and whatnot, all that good stuff. And I managed to pack it up. That's it. That's the 2 things that I used for that trip. My Leica Q3 was basically on me the whole time, and otherwise when I arrived at the place, I dropped all the things. I took the sling 6 liters, and that is another cool thing you can do. You can take the travel 30 liters on your back and you use the sling right in front like so, and you can put whatever inside. One thing I managed to fit into the sling 6 liters is the Leica SL2S with the 27 to 70mm f2.8 lens, which is a bigger, massive combo. So yeah, this bad boy can fit a lot of things inside. When I went to Rome, on the other hand, what I used was this small packing cube right here. Same thing, you have a little pocket for dirty laundry, a main pocket that you open the same way. super satisfying. And you can put a few clothes in here, a couple t-shirts and stuff like that. I did put the Sling 6 liters with the SL2S inside together so that I could fit everything. I also put the June Webuild 3 in the backpack, so I had all that good stuff and I managed to fit it all. And the other day I went for a local shoot here in Switzerland and I had the medium camera cube that I have right here, this little guy. And again, you can fit a lot of things inside. With that, I use the tech pouch. Let me tell you about this little tech pouch while I'm at it. I mean, there's a world in this thing. You can get lost. Not like literally you can get lost. There's so many dividers, so many little spaces. You can put a pen on top. You have like 3 spaces to put SD cards, batteries, and whatever else. You can put external hard drives. You can put USB cables, transformers, I mean, power cords, whatever you want. And the more I look at this thing, the more pockets I find. It's pretty darn crazy. You could literally lose things in this bag, I'm sure. So I use this to put all my batteries. I went on a longer shoot, so I had a lot of batteries for my Sony, my Leica, my Fuji. Anyways, lots and lots of things. The fact that the shoulder pad is very thin allowed me to, well, to use this guy, the little capture that I used with the SL2S and with the Q3. Amazing little thing that you can put here, and it just holds your camera in place. You have it right there and there. Whenever you need it, it's there for you, and it doesn't take space in your bags. So all this together basically allows you to be very, very versatile and to fit a lot of things in a small package. Who is this bag for? I think this is, like I said, for those that travel for 1, 2, max 3, maybe 4 days, but that's a stretch. Otherwise, I would go with the 45 liters. And for those that want to change a lot their setup and that do travel differently every time. There. I hope I answered all the questions you might have had about these guys. If there's any specific thing that I left out or that you want to know more about, like always, write it down in the comment section below. Do subscribe if you like my videos. Helps a lot so you don't miss the next ones. And I see you like always. Keep shooting, keep taking your gear with you everywhere, and keep smiling. Cheers.